Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
In the most holy name of Allah came to us, the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank him for his coming and for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you. Once again, my beloved black brothers and sisters, in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which is indeed the original language of the original black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, for those of you, and there should always be at least a few, who have not yet accepted your own. What do I mean when I say have not yet accepted your own? Your own is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and a high civilization.
That's right.
Your own is Islam. And so for those of you, and there should always be at least a few, who have not yet, though you have only split seconds to go, you have not yet made the decision to accept your own God, Allah, your own religion, Islam, and your own high civilization of Islam. Talk black to me. And you are not familiar with the words Assalamu alaikum, they simply mean peace be unto you. And the reason there should always be at least a few of you is because someone who is familiar has the duty and the responsibility of bringing, whether to the live broadcast or to the temple in person, someone who is not familiar. Are you listening to me?
Sir.
Now, when we say Assalamu alaikum, we are speaking the black man's language. I know that even those of you who are familiar with Assalamu alaikum do not regard Arabic as the black man's language. Here's the problem with that logic. According to the scholars of language, Arabic is an Afro-Asiatic language. I didn't say Arabic is an Asiatic language. That's not what the scholars say. The scholars say Arabic is an Afro-Asiatic language. Are you listening to me? The minute you put the term Afro in front of Asiatic, you are making it absolutely clear that our people are the people to whom that language belongs. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So you can miss me with your dreadlocks and your flip-flops telling me that Arabic is the language of some non-black people that you regard as Arab. Arabic is an Afro-Asiatic tongue. That means no matter what other African tongue you want to talk about, Arabic belongs with those tongues. Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
So when I say the black man's language of Arabic, I'm not making anything up when you say Arabic is not the language of quote unquote African people. You are making something up.
Come on.
Talk black to me. Now, there are two languages that I will deal with today. Maybe more. One Arabic, one English. Arabic is the black man's language. English is the white man's language. I got a question for you. What language do you speak? You speak the white man's language. What black man's language do you speak? Not one. Some of you are bilingual. You speak English and Spanish. Some of you real bougie niggas. You speak English and French. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Some of you, those of you who are from the Caribbean or some other area, but in particular the Caribbean, and you really think you better than the black man of America, and in many ways you are, because the white man has done a more thorough job of dumbing us down than he has done to anyone else. So don't go patting yourself on the back. But some of you, you speak French and English. Maybe you speak Creole and English. You speak any number of other language or any variation of other languages and the language of English. But how many black languages do you speak? Talk black to me. Some of you are black as the ace of spades and only speak the languages of white people, or some language that you made up from the language of white people. Are you listening to me? Your religion is the religion of white people. Your God is a God you got from white people. Your names are the names of white people. And you don't think anything of it. It doesn't even bother you. You believe that as a black man, your name should be Eric. You actually believe that as a black man, your name should be Thomas, Robert, Carl, whatever. These are the names of white people.
Go ahead.
You believe that as a black man or woman, the language you should speak is the language of English. But that's the language of white people. The clothes we wear. We believe that we should be wearing the clothing styles, especially you sisters. You believe that we should be wearing the clothing styles, you sisters, the hairstyles, the fingernails, the eyelashes, the painting of the face and the lips. You think we should be following the styles of white people. Talk black to me. But none of this is proper for a black man or a black woman in the year 2025. And so we come before you and we greet you in the language of the black man, assalamu alaikum. But what it means when you translate it from the language of the black man into the language of the white man, peace be unto you. Now look at your Bible. In this book that you got from the white man, and you believe it's a holy book, that it is 100% all the word of God, because the white man said so.
That's right.
In this book is the language of the white man, the English language. but it's a book that has been translated from other languages. Whose languages was this book translated from in order to be translated to the language of white people? Well, the languages that this Bible was translated from, the languages of ancient white people. Talk back to me. Or was this Bible originally written in the languages of black people? Well, what language did Jesus speak since you were a Christian? Some of you are Christians and don't even know you're Christian. Some of you talk all the trash on earth about being Christian because you think you're African-centered and you ain't nothing but a Christian with some damn dreadlocks. You ain't nothing but a Christian with some flip-flops and some African clothes and a damn drum. You're a Christian. How do we know you're a Christian? Is your God a man or a spirit?
Go ahead.
If your God is not a man, you're a Christian.
Go ahead.
As Muslims, our God is the black man.
That's right.
Talk black to me. We believe that every time you look in the face of a black man, you're looking at God.
Go ahead.
Our God is a God of flesh and blood. Our God is a God of reality. Talk black to me. Your God is a formless spirit, and you got the concept of a form or a formless spirit from the white man. You didn't get that from yourself. Even if you find this belief among quote-unquote African people, it is a concept that comes from the white man.
Go ahead.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You who are in love with ancient Egypt. Well, who are the gods of ancient Egypt? Yeah, who are the gods of ancient Egypt? A whole lot of them to count. But the gods of ancient Egypt, many if not most if not all, are historical figures. In many traditional African religions, if not most if not all, and I use the term traditional African religions loosely. See, that's a white man's educated nigger term. Hello. Many of those religions, if not most if not all, have as a central concept ancestor worship. Well, what are their ancestors? Formless spirits?
Come on.
Their ancestors were flesh and blood human beings.
That's right.
And if their ancestors, or since their ancestors were black like themselves, then ancestor worship is a form of black man is God. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Some of them even worship black women. Uh-oh. A lot of y'all worshiping black women today. But you're doing so in the wrong way. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now in the Bible, Jesus in Luke chapter 24 and verse 36 uses the same words, peace be unto you, to greet, but Jesus, according to the scholars, spoke the language of Aramaic, which, like Arabic, is a black man's language. And the way to say peace be unto you in Aramaic is assalamu alaikum. Long story short, the words assalamu alaikum came out of Jesus' mouth constantly. He didn't greet like you do in the white man's religion of Christianity. He greeted the way we greet in the black man's religion of Islam. Yet you have not made the decision to accept your own, which is Islam. And you are still holding on to the white man's religion of Christianity. And even when you try to be more black, you still hold to the concepts of the white man's religion of Christianity.
Go ahead.
When you say that you are black conscious, your black consciousness is based on white campuses. You got a white campus black consciousness. You stupid as hell. No, I went to a HBCU. What the H stand for?
Right.
I'm going to try to be nice this afternoon. But what does the H stand for? You say it stands for historical. Well, I say it make me stand for something else. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You say the H stands for historical. I say it stands for 304.
Go ahead.
Listen to me. HBCUs were established by the white man. Y'all ain't listening to me. HBCUs were established by the white man. This is why the Mandi tongues of West Africa are not the languages of HBCUs. How many HBCUs are institutions of learning where some African language is the language of the education of the students? None. Talk black to me. You say historical black colleges and universities, but the language of all of them is the language of white people. White people dominate almost entirely, if not entirely, the mind of everything you consider black.
Go ahead.
You want to know what an Arab is? You go to the white man to find out. You want to know what kind of language Arabic is? You go to the white man to find out. You want a God? You go to the white man for a God. You want a religion? You go to the white man for a religion. You want an education? You go to the white man for an education. Talk black to me. Whatever you want, you go to the white man to get. You want a black woman? You go to the goddamn white man to get one. With her blonde hair and her painted nails, face, and damn lips. You go to the white man to get a black woman. Because the white man got your black woman wrapped around his pinky finger. And she's such a hard-headed, stiff-necked, rebellious damn woman. She'll fight you against what the hell I just said. Walking your black behind around with a blonde wig on, and when I tell you you the white man's woman, you're going to argue. I can't even get close enough to you to hear what the hell you're saying because your eyelashes are sticking in my eyes, tickling my nose, and your damn fingernails are scratching on my shoes.
Go ahead.
The hell is wrong with you? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You want to walk up to a black woman, you got to tell, sister, could you turn your face a little bit? Goddamn eyelashes all in your eye. Damn. Get on my damn nerves with this foolishness. Whoops, there goes my skirt up over my head. Oh my. You think this woman wearing a hat? That's her damn skirt. Her skirt is up here. I didn't know hat. That's her damn skirt. everything she got on display. Where did you get that filth from? The white woman.
Teach.
Talk black to me. It's the nature of the white woman to go around like that, but that's not your nature.
Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's the nature of the white man to strip his woman down to her bare bones. Y'all treat your woman like she a computer. Bare bones. Huh? That's his nature. But it is not your nature as a black man to strip your woman down to a damn thong, give her a pole to slide up and down, and then you throw money in her damn drawers. That's not your nature, black man. But you got your culture from the white man. There was a time when you could talk to black people the way I'm talking right now, and it would wake them up. But now, since familiarity breeds contempt, you've been looking at Muslims with our bow ties and our bean pies, listening to Muslims talk about the white man so long, it no longer affects you. No problem. Goodbye. When we can no longer reach you with the message that God delivered to you through the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, that's a sign that you are either getting ready to be chastised to the point where you will wish like hell you were dead, or you're going to be punished literally with death. Ain't nobody playing with you. You think we playing. See, niggas take kindness for weakness. I'm not saying that's a trait that belongs only to us. But you take kindness for weakness. When we tell you, straighten up, or there's a chastisement coming, and then a while goes by, you might have been scared a little bit in the beginning, but the more time goes by, the more confident you get. We don't know what the hell we talking about. Well, how you niggas in Altadena feeling this afternoon?
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. How y'all feeling this afternoon? Oh, that's insensitive. You shouldn't be up. Shut the hell up. I'll be damned if I'm trying to be sensitive to some niggas that God has called through his messenger and told you how to avoid what just happened to you.
That's right.
God damn it, you hard-headed. That's why what happened to you has happened. We warned you it was going to happen. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
If you in California and you breathing smoke from the fires that are going wild, didn't we preach the fall of America for damn near 100 years? What the hell you expect? You take kindness for weakness. Some of you got some smart, slick nigga mouths. Y'all been saying that for years. The white man's still here. Okay. Let me tell you something about the wildfires in California. That's a walk in the damn park. The worst is still yet to come. How y'all niggas nose deep in snow feeling this afternoon?
Go ahead.
Huh? How you feeling this afternoon? We've been preaching to you for nearly 100 years that God is going to use the forces of nature to bring America to her knees. That there would be 4 great judgments of America.
Yes, sir.
Rain, hail, snow, earthquakes. And for the past couple of years, rain, snow, hail, and earthquakes have been going places you never thought of have been shaken in this country. Your Bible tells you that Allah, you don't say Allah, that's why I stumbled when I said it. Your Bible tells you that God was going to store up the snow and the ice to use as weapons against his enemies in the last days. Tell me that snow and ice have not been used to bring America to her knees.
Go ahead.
Snow been going crazy. Ice been going crazy. Yet, you have not made the decision to accept your own. You still waiting. You still hoping. You still praying that the white man will find some way to fix the problems that plague his nation. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. What you conscious niggas saying in California right now? I'm talking about you Maulana Karanga niggas. What y'all saying in California right now? I'm talking about you Malcolm X worshiping niggas. What you saying today? See, because your nigga Malcolm said that there's two types of niggas. The house nigga and the field nigga. Isn't that what he said? And when he talked about the two, the house nigga and the field nigga, we're not going to go through everything he said. We're going to deal with the nigga, the house, the field, and the fire. That's all we're going to deal with. Malcolm said that the house nigga, he lives better than the field nigga. He wear better clothes, the hand-me-downs of the white man. He eat better food, the leftovers and the scraps of the white man. He lived in the same house with the white man. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
He said that the house nigga, when the white man is sick, he say, boss, we sick? Talk black to me. Then he said, at some point, because he was saying a lot of things that made perfect sense. He said that when the white man's house catch on fire, the house nigga grab a bucket to put the fire out. Talk back to me. Or he said that when the white man's house catch on fire, the house nigga pray for rain. Something to that effect. See, I'm not a Malcolm worshiper like you. I remember him saying some things, but I don't give a damn if I'm not getting it 100% right. You get that damn for me. Thank you. But I know he said this. The field nigga, when the white man's house catch on fire, he prayed for a strong wind. Talk black to me. So I'm asking you conscious niggas, you Malcolm lovers, while the fires are burning wild in California, what are you praying for? Are you praying for rain? Are you praying that the white man will gain the power to contain the fires that are burning wild in California? If so, if you are praying for the white man to escape what those fires are burning, use a house nigga for the white cracker.
Go ahead.
In the words of your beloved Malcolm, I'm telling you that while the fires are burning in California, I'm praying to Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, in the name of the last and greatest messenger of Allah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, for Santa Anna to grow a damn sister and 3 brothers and bring winds to blow them fires. Are you listening to me?
Go ahead.
Anybody mad yet? Who thinks that, oh my God, I'm a field nigga. I'm not praying for the white man to contain them damn fires.
Come on.
I'm praying for the wind to spread them damn fires.
Go ahead.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. When the rain, the hail, the snow, the earthquakes, I don't give a damn what the natural disaster is. I'm not praying to no God to help the white man get through it.
Go ahead.
I'm praying to God to make the white man die in it. I don't want nothing to happen to you. That's why my subject is entitled this afternoon, The Right of Freedom. I got it from the messenger, and if you were listening, you heard him say it while I was standing behind the damn camera saying, what the hell am I going to use for my subject title? Messenger said, there you go. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You who are black, and you lost everything in these wildfires. Why did you lose everything in these wildfires?
Good question.
What the hell were you even doing where you are? Talk black to me. You have no business. Listen. Let me put it to you this way. In the book of Revelations, God calls to you. God. Now, the God that's making the call is Allah. The Allah that's making the call is a man. His name is Wallace Farad Muhammad.
Go ahead.
His titles are Christ, the second coming of Jesus,
Yes, sir.
the great Mahdi,
Yes, sir.
the Son of Man,
Yes, sir.
the Spirit of Truth,
Yes, sir.
the Comforter.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. The Restorer of the Kingdom of Islam.
Go ahead.
These are all his titles.
Prince of Peace.
The Everlasting Father.
Go ahead.
These are all his titles. He's got 99 titles that are called names, attributes. The wise, the great, the mighty, the beneficent, the merciful.
Come on.
99 names. And he has 100th name, Allah, which means all 99 in all. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He is the caller. You, black man and woman, are the called. He's calling you. He's calling you right now by means of me. He's not using me directly to call you. This is the only man that God uses directly to call you. Master Farad Muhammad chose this one man and this one man only to call all the rest of us. Our role, those of us who are his students, ministers, and representatives, is to assist him in calling you. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the book of Revelations, that God, through this messenger, makes the call that is in that book. Now, I know the white man has taught you that that's some other God calling, and that is some other people he's calling. No problem. If that's what you want to believe, because you're not on that Muslim stuff, not a problem. Some of you have already got burnt the hell up or burnt the hell out who chose to believe that. Others of you, well, there's some snow on its way for you, some rain on its way for you, some wind on its way for you. Talk back to me. There's some earth splitting up and swallowing that's on its way for you. See, you got your chastisement, you have your natural disaster, you have your act of God that's coming to you. They got theirs. And what they got is not finished. Are you listening to me? But you got something coming too. Don't worry. It's that God, Master Farad Muhammad, calling you in the book of Revelations, wherein it reads, "Come out of her, my people."
Right.
I don't understand how you Christians and Muslims got this crazy concept of all people. Where you get this all people crap from? Talk back to me. Where you get this all people garbage from? In the book of Revelation, God calls a specific people. He says, "Come out of her, my people." Her what? Who is her? The same book talks about a great whore. It doesn't talk about several great whores. It talks about one great whore.
Sir.
So that's one particular people. Because anytime you're talking about her, you're talking about human beings. Are you listening to me? Come out of her, my people. So God has a people that's swallowed up by another people. He identifies that other people as a great whore who is sitting upon, or who sitteth upon, many waters. And this people called great whore that sitteth upon many waters is a people that have made the nations of other people drunk with the wine of her fornication. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Take a look at Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia. Mohammed bin Salman, which means Muhammad ibn Salman, which means Muhammad, the name of the prince, Ibn, the son of Salman, his father. Anytime you hear the name Muhammad bin Salman, Muhammad bin this, or such and such bin that, the first name is the name of the individual. The Ibn means you getting ready to be told whose son he is, son of. And then what comes after Ibn, that's the person who his father is. Are you listening to me? All right. Take a look at Muhammad, the son of Salman. His father Salman is the king of Saudi Arabia. He's the crown prince, which means as soon as his father croaks, he becomes king. All right. Muhammad bin Salman is a bartender. He has become the bartender of Saudi Arabia. You know, in Saudi Arabia, it has been made legal now to sell alcohol in certain places.
Man, come on.
You heard what I said.
Come on.
You have a Holy Quran that stresses to the Muslims, alcohol and games of chance are only an evil. So shun it. Shun them, that mercy may be shown to you. But there is alcohol that used to not be able to be sold in Saudi Arabia that now, not everywhere, but that now in certain places is able to be sold in Saudi Arabia. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, Mohammed bin Salman has become a bartender. The example of alcohol that I'm using right now, that's not what I mean when I say he has become the bartender. That's another example. The cheap example of how Mohammed bin Salman has become the bartender of Saudi Arabia is that Mohammed bin Salman is now serving the country of Saudi Arabia the wine not of California's grapes, not of Italy's wine vineyards, not of French or France's wine vineyards. But Mohammed bin Salman is now serving Saudi Arabia, Brother Gerard X,
Yes, sir.
the wine of America's fornication.
Wow. Go ahead.
Talk back to me.
Yes, sir. See.
Jennifer Lopez can now go to Saudi Arabia and shake her behind with damn near nothing on.
That's right.
Other white female artists can now go to Saudi Arabia
Right.
and strip themselves damn near butt naked and shake their money makers in the holy lands of Islam.
Holy man. Go ahead.
Are you listening to me, the people of Cincinnati?
Right.
I don't know if I'm getting the name correct. But damn near every time I check into my Eric Shabazz Facebook page,
Yes, sir.
I'm getting first thing in my news feed is some post in Muhammad's Masjid number 25. And evidently, because we're about to hit the 50th anniversary
Yes, sir.
of the departure of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
together with some other, what looks like some other palace intrigue type of craziness, the community, formerly led by Imam Wallace Dean Muhammad, you can go to Warithuddin Hell, Wallace Dean Muhammad. They now have a new leader, Imam Earl Abdul Malik. And they pushing the fact that he's a new leader. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And they're doing a lot of talking about the 50-year anniversary that's coming up next month.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. This is why, Brother Gerard X, the picture that you made me aware of, where they have Master Farad Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
then the most honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
then Wallace Dean Muhammad, then Earl Abdul Malik.
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
And they're doing a whole lot of posting about what's going on in their movement, and they pushing it.
Yes, sir.
And they're talking about Wallace a lot, talking about the special son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, he was special, all right, cheese bust nigga. Special education son of the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Whole lot of foolishness going on in the name of Islam.
Go ahead.
All right. These who celebrate the transition of the nation of Islam to Sunni Orthodox Islam, these and others who worship Malcolm, who went where? Mecca. Well, where the hell is Mecca? Saudi Arabia.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They big up Malcolm going to Mecca and finding out Elijah Muhammad was lying to him. Malcolm goes to Mecca, trips over a camel like I've been saying for years. Oops. Bumps his head on that black stone in Mecca. Bang! You know how we say in the South?
Right.
You must have bumped your head. Malcolm went over there and bumped his damn head and writes a letter from overseas talking about when he returns, he's going to be teaching Islam as it is taught in Mecca, Arabia, and then names other capitals of other Middle Eastern countries.
Right. Keep on.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You who are pushing Wallace D. Muhammad, pushing your new leader, pushing the tradition that you call transition, doing away, flipping the script, turning hypocrite on the messenger of God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad,
That's right.
and becoming the bootlicking, butt-licking, butt-dancing, puppet Tom niggas for the sand. Well, let me start.
Go ahead.
For the Ku Klux Klan of the goddamn sand
Go ahead.
in the Middle East. Are you listening? Alcohol is making a comeback in Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Go ahead.
And you are running around in your sheets and your pillowcases, your koofies with your germ catchers, your flip-flops, and your Arabic with a project accent. You are running around talking about what a great thing Wallace Dean Muhammad did to lead us into the Islam that's being practiced by these hypocrites overseas. I hope you feel like a damn jerk.
Teach.
Talk back to me.
Yes, sir. Teach.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you can go on YouTube and put messenger defends his position. The messenger said of them who were criticizing him for saying he's a messenger and criticizing him for what he was teaching. He said, you should be happy if a people who have suffered what, and he lists the things we've been suffering, that if after this suffering, this people now is accepting Islam as their religion, Allah as their God. He said you should be happy that this people are putting down certain habits.
Right.
He said some habits of which you haven't stopped yet. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad got us off of alcohol.
That's right.
Got us off of smoking tobacco.
That's right.
Got us off of using narcotics.
That's right.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad got us away from fornication,
Go ahead.
for the most part. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
is America and Europe making those in Saudi Arabia, whether Saudis or not, making individuals in Saudi Arabia drunk with the wine of their distilleries, vineyards, whatever you want to call it, but making them drunk with the wine of the fornication of America and Europe. Mohammed bin Salman, Brother Gerard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What? Listen. If a several Grammy Award winning rap artist can interview with a hip hop legend, what's the name?
Oh, Rick Rubin?
Rick Rubin.
Yes, sir.
If a several Grammy Award winning local artist is being interviewed by Rick Rubin,
Right.
and he can talk about how he got the name Killer Mike,
Yes, sir.
and he can mention that the name Killer Mike was given to him as the result of him being part of a rap group that he was part of,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that went to a studio and got into some kind of beef with some other Negroes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen to me now. And then the next week, he went to get some get back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so he went back to that same studio and dropped it like it was hot on those other rappers. And so they said he killed the mic that day and started calling him Killer Mike.
Go ahead. That's right.
But as he's talking about the group that he was part of, he mentions the brother that you see coming up here putting the phones on the podium every week,
Yes, sir.
who is the vice president of his label, Grind Time
Official.
Official.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praise.
So he says of him, shout out to my brother Gerard X, he just got his X.
Yes, sir.
Well, then I can play around up here about him having his X too.
Yes, sir. All praise.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when I'm joking with the brother calling him X, I'm doing it for that reason.
Yes, sir.
Because Killer did it.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
And I'm just making a little fun. Listen now. We're talking about the right of freedom, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mohammed bin Salman is serving the wine of the fornication of America and Europe to Saudi Arabia. Mohammed bin Salman, brother,
Yes, sir.
said he wants for either Riyadh or some other city in Saudi Arabia or Saudi Arabia as a whole, I don't remember the exact quote,
Yes, sir.
but that he wants it to be like Miami, Florida in America.
Man, stop. Go ahead.
Did you hear what I just said?
I did, brother.
Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, wants to see at least one city, major city, maybe all of them, but definitely one city in Saudi Arabia. He wants it to be like Miami, Florida. He said it. In other words,
Did he say sight?
he didn't even say sight, brother. I'm still waiting.
I'm way with you, brother.
So Saudi Arabia is being made drunk with the wine of America's fornication. They're having raves and concerts so close to Mecca, it's ridiculous. They just had some kind of rave or concert that caused the Muslims to go buck wild, at least in their mind, because you had these scantily clad female artists prancing around, and they had a mock of the Kaaba. They had a mock of the Kaaba. And in their performance, blasphemed the sacred house of Islam. And Muslims kind of made a little stink about it. But Muhammad Salman was not tied to the back of a camel and dragged through the desert. I didn't say he should be. I just said he wasn't. Leave my video alone. I don't want to hear nothing about no hate speech and no incitement to violence. I am simply saying what the Muslims did not do to that Sam nigger perpetrating a fraud Arab. That's all I'm saying. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
That's hate speech. So come out of her, my people, is what the Bible says. You want to preach Christianity, you who want to follow those who are drunk with the wine of America's fornication, you want to preach Islam in a manner that stresses all people. That ain't what the book says.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The book says, come out of her. That's one people.
Yes, sir.
My people. That's one specific people.
Yes, sir. Come on. Please.
One people is swallowed up in another people.
Right.
Tied politically. Declaration of Independence.
Go ahead. That's right.
What you mean, Declaration of Independence? Well, the Declaration of Independence says that there comes a time when a people have to sever the ties, the political ties that bind them to another people.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So it's one people in the book of Revelations who in the last days must sever the ties, political, that bind them to another people whose government rules them. Come out of her, my people. Then it explains a little further. It says that, meaning what we are looking for as a result in you coming out of her is two things. Number one, that ye partake not in her sins. Nor, because you partaken in them sins, nor receive of her plagues. The wildfires that are burning in California, that I pray for a wind to come and blow those fires even more.
Come on.
Because I'm a field nigga, not no house nigga. I ain't praying for no damn rain. I'm not praying for contain. I'm praying for a strong wind to make them fires wilder than they are now.
Go ahead.
Talk back to me.
Please.
And if you want to call this hate speech, you must be out your damn mind. Hate what? Hate who? If I'm preaching hate of the white man, if I'm preaching hate of America, and my nose is broad, my lips are thick, and the hair I shaved off this morning or early afternoon was nappy. I mean, the insanity that this society is gripped by. Listen to me. Try to feel what I'm saying. I am a black man from Africa in America.
That's right.
And the reason I'm here is because my ancestors were kidnapped by the ancestors of these crackers of this country.
That's right.
Put in the bottom cargo holds of damn ships. Chained in the cargo holds of these ships. Made to lay like sardines packed in the bottoms of these ships. Urinating on themselves, defecating on themselves, vomiting on themselves because the smell, the stench of the air down there, the dank, dark, thick, stank air, throwing up on themselves. Now you got boo-boo, pee-pee, and spit up. That's what we called it when I was growing up. There was no damn vomit. We called spit up. So you got the stench of spit up, boo-boo, pee-pee, all in the air. And you just laying there. Every day the white man, I think it was every day, come down there and take the Africans up on top of the ship, the deck of the ship, because they knew if you just lay still, your muscles are going to have problems. Bring them up to the deck and make them dance. Take hoses, hose them down, washing the spit up, the pee-pee, and the boo-boo off of them. Not totally, but hosing them down. And another one of the reasons to bring them up is so that they could go down in the ship with whatever cleaning agent that they use, if they used any at all. And then they hose it out, the cargo hold of the ship, getting rid of the feces, the pee-pee, and the boo-boo. So that the slaves now could come back down, be chained back, laid down like sardines, and start spitting up, pee-peeing, and boo-booing all over again. This is how the human beings who were my ancestors got here. Now, if I'm not affecting you by what I'm saying, I don't give a damn about the video views. Nigga, get the FU-19Ks off my video and go eat a damn pistol. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And if you think I'm bluffing, try me. I don't give a damn about the views. I don't like you. I do love you, but I don't like you. And I don't give a damn if I can't get you. I swear, if what I'm saying is not affecting you, you can go to hell. This is how the human beings that we come from came here. That's a problem.
Man.
The trip lasted about 3 months,
Go ahead.
if I remember correctly. Uh-oh. Another one of Minister Kevin's ties. Listen now. So this is how our people came here. Okay. I'm experienced with these failing topics. Listen, then they get over here. We're talking about the right of freedom.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
What freedom? The freedom that they were robbed of when they were kidnapped, put on those ships, and brought to America.
Go ahead. Speak.
They were robbed of that freedom.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And there are rights of that freedom that, if it be the will of Allah, I will go into, as opposed to just going off into my tangents and not dealing with it. They get over here. The white man has slave markets where you got a big old wooden platform.
Right.
You take the slaves up on the platform, and there's an auctioneer auctioning off human beings. This is our history. And it's a history you'd rather forget, those of you that love the white man. You want to forget about this.
That's right.
The white man wants you to forget about it. So when you say things like, well, that was in the past, you're a servant of the white man. You're a tool and a fool of the white man. He wants you to think like that. He wants that history of our people to be swept under the rug, pushed to the side. He does not want that to be out front. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you take the slave up on the platform, and the auctioneer is going to auction them up. Now, some of you have bought homes at an auction. Niggas will auction like the home you bought.
Come on.
Some of you have bought vehicles at an auction.
Right.
Niggas were sold or auctioned like the vehicles that you buy at auctions. I need you to understand this. We were like homes, like vehicles, like other things that are sold at auctions.
Yes, sir. See.
Our humanity was completely denied.
See.
They sold our men,
See.
they sold our women,
See.
they sold our children,
That's right.
auctioned us off. Talk back to me. One white man selling us to another white man. One white man selling us to a white woman.
Right.
Big old fat ugly white woman. Looking at a big old strong black man. You know what she bought him for.
Go ahead. See. That's right.
Poor brother had nightmares the rest of his life. I wake up in a cold sweat.
See.
Because homie got bought by that big old Sasquatch looking white woman, and you know what she bought him for? Talk black to me. The black man and black woman, they standing up there. They make the black man pull down the potato sack pants he got on.
That's right.
Because he ain't got on no real clothes.
Right.
They make him drop whatever he wearing.
Right.
They make the black man turn around and bend over.
Right.
And then to get the highest price for the brother, they need to show the potential buyer that he's in good shape.
Right.
So they go, stand next to him, grab his black buns and spread them to show what's not wrong with what's between his cheeks.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. See. See.
When I consider the possibility, let alone the probability, that the people I'm preaching to right now, they're not getting into what I'm saying, I want to take a 9mm pistol and blow some hollow point caps through the goddamn camera straight in the middle of the head.
Yes, sir.
Because this is something that's supposed to get you going.
Man. Come on.
Because I'm starting to get going.
Yes, sir.
This is how we were treated. This is our history.
Right.
made to let his pants down to see his front. What are you working with? Turn around, bend over. Y'all niggas that are from prison, you had to do this every time you came back from being outside.
Come on. Teach.
They squeeze in the muscles and everything like that. They go to the black man or the black woman, take their fingers, put it on their lips, and open their mouth to show the teeth.
Right.
What condition the teeth are in.
Right.
I mean, they just feeling all over the body, showing this, showing that. I mean, super violating.
Yes, sir.
And then after showing all that they want to show, now they start asking. We're going to start the bidding at blah, 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 blah. So-and-so, can I get a so-and-so? Ah, so-and-so, right there. Can I get so-and-so, so-and-so? And then when the highest bidder outbids everybody else, sold to Mr. Redneck Peckerwood Cracker in blah, 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 blah.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, teach.
If it's a female, bring the female, she ain't got on nothing but some little potato sack, maid dress or whatever.
That's right.
Stand her up on the stage. Pull the top off. Start squeezing her breasts
Yes, sir.
to show what condition she's in. Like if her breast is nice and firm,
Right.
showing what good condition in, like not them sagging joints,
Yes, sir.
but them nice, firm.
Yes, sir.
Well, you get a better price for that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Because you know the slave master, the male slave master, he interested in a little more than just some cotton picking.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So you squeezing on the breast.
Right.
You turn her around. Make her bend over. Spread her cheeks.
Right.
You do the same thing with the lips. Open the lips to show her teeth. You making her bend her head down, and you taking and you parting her scalp, parting her hair to show her scalp.
Right.
Her scalp is in good shape.
Right.
What you doing to black women?
Yes, sir.
And see, you sisters, when we brothers want to accept Islam, and you are wife, or you are girlfriend, you are baby mama, whatever you are to us, we ready to accept Islam, you're not. This is what we need, Brother Gerard X.
Yes, sir.
We need the white man to do to them sisters today what was done to black women then. So they can see this white man for what the hell he is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, when you're driving around in your Nissan Rogue or your goddamn Murano to your job, making damn near 6 figures, if not more than 6 figures.
That's right. Teach.
And you fancy, huh? Hair done, nails done, everything did. You fancy, huh?
Right.
All this white man is the devil talk. It can't reach you. You living in your damn $400,000 home. Driving your Murano, your Roll. Hell, maybe you got a Mercedes,
Right.
a Beamer.
Go ahead.
Hell, you might even have a Maserati.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. You done went to school and got yourself a law degree, and you part of some firm, and your damn picture is with some other niggas on one of the billboards on the highway.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
See, a white man has never put you on a stage, unless it's some entertainment.
Right.
White man ain't never put you on no damn stage in front of a bunch of white crackers.
Right.
Pull down the top of whatever the hell you wearing and squeeze it. He's never violated you like that.
Come on. Come on.
showing somebody your damn teeth, making you bend your head over, putting his nasty cracker hands that he done went to the bathroom and didn't wash. Y'all know white men are like that. Putting his nasty hands all over your face, your hair, and then turn you around, bend you over, and pull your cheeks apart. You ain't never had a white man do you like that. You don't know this crap. But see, if white men started treating black women like that again, make America great again.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, you find some assalamu alaikum then.
Oh, yeah, they get it fixed.
So they do the black woman that way, do the black man the way they did him. And then when you're sold, you put on the back of a damn cart, pulled by a damn horse or donkey, and you take into the white man's plantation, where for the rest of your life you will live in misery, brutality, oppression, violations that are unspeakable. If you're a woman, you know you're going to get took off by the white man. This is your history. The white man got to get his piece. And because the white man treated you the way we treat Rottweilers and pit bulls, they mated us like animals. This is why we mate with each other like animals today.
Go ahead. Peace.
You got several children by several baby mamas. Well, this is what it was in slavery.
Come on.
The white man had winches and bucks, studs, that were used to produce more slaves. So here you are, a black woman. You might not even know this man, but the white man has chosen this man to make children with you.
Right.
So you're forced to give it up to this man and literally have his baby. Talk black to me. And this was when you were not taken down by the slave master himself and made to have his damn baby.
Right.
And the children you produced, sold off. Even if they were his children, right. Sold off.
Right.
This is our history. See, when you want to have Black History Month next week, you're going to talk about some nigga taking some peanuts and doing a whole bunch of things. Another nigga drawing, you know, the blueprint for Washington, D.C. or Chicago. You're going to talk about niggas setting up HBCUs and this and that and the other. You're going to talk about that history. You ain't going to want to talk about the other history that dwarfs any history that the white man don't mind you talking about.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
This is our history.
Yes, sir.
Some of these crackers were faggots. So some of our little boys and some of our big men took down by the white man. Talk black to me.
That's right. That's what happened.
Beaten, raped, not allowed to worship a God, not allowed to practice a religion. It was against the law for you to be able to read a book or anything. Talk back to me. No education. Worked like animals in the fields. From before sun up to after sundown, maybe. But worked in the fields. Your life was a life of total and utter misery. Talk back to me. And this is the history that you're driving around in your Nissan or your Maserati or your Beamer or your Benz or whatever you're doing in the A today. You got a black male who's a puppet and a tom for the white man. But his history is the history that I just recounted.
Okay. That's right.
He doesn't care. He's so happy to be able to be the mayor today that he's willing to forgive the white man whose city he's the mayor of today.
Right.
Because he's not being treated like his ancestors were yesterday. You want to talk about hate? How am I, as a black man, what emotion am I supposed to feel
Right.
in the land of my bondage, my captivity? You look at me and you say you ain't no slave, you ain't in no bondage, you ain't in no captivity. You want to go back to Africa? Delta goes, so does your mama. I know some places I'd like for her to go. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I be watching our planet, and I be watching them hyenas, and how different animals are there, and the hyenas go and just start picking them apart. I'd love to see your mama cracker go there and have some engagements with them damn hyenas. Tell me nothing about how free I am to go back to no damn Africa. You sound like a fool. But you're not a fool. You just acting a damn fool. You just being a wisecracking peckerwood devil. It doesn't matter if I am not in the condition that my ancestors were in the past. This is the land where my ancestors suffered those things. Are you telling me I should not hate this land and hate the people who did that to my forefathers and mothers? I shouldn't hate them? What the hell should I do? Love them? Are you crazy? The only reason I'm here is because my ancestors suffered what they suffered. My presence in America is an extension of the suffering of my ancestors. So you're telling me I shouldn't hate that presence? My presence in America, me being here at 5540 Old National Highway, Building 2 in the back, suite number 8. The reason I'm here is because of the history I'm narrating.
Go ahead.
Why should I not hate? Your Bible says there's a time for hate. When a people are still being oppressed, discriminated against, violated by a people who have imposed a history on them like the history that has been imposed on us. The reason Donald Trump is going to be inaugurated on the day that has been set aside to celebrate the life and legacy of Martin Luther King. Do you get the insult? Are you feeling the insult? On the Martin Luther King holiday that the white man gave his slaves to make them feel that he has changed, you are going to get the inauguration of a racist devil who is the white man's answer to Barack Obama.
Go ahead.
You wouldn't have a Donald Trump if you didn't have a Barack Obama.
Come on.
The presidency of Barack Obama is what made the white man elect Donald Trump.
Right.
Donald Trump sees himself as the answer to the presidency of Barack Obama. Are you listening to me?
Deep.
The reason Donald Trump's open racism appeals to the Peckerwoods that put him in the presidency is because of the shock of having Barack Obama in the White House.
Go ahead.
And so it pleases the white man immensely to have, on the day set aside to celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr., to inaugurate a president who stands for everything Martin Luther King fought against,
Right.
to inaugurate him to the leadership of the United States of America.
Right.
If the white man of America, after all our people have suffered, will send us a message like that, you telling me I shouldn't hate?
Come on.
You out your damn mind.
Come on. That's right. Deep.
This cracker is so filled with animosity towards us. I'm talking about the white man as a whole. So filled with animosity towards us that they would take a day that was given to us as a pacifier for all the hell we have caught and continue to catch. They would take a day such as this, and they would use it to give us a president such as Trump. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me. So the white man hasn't changed. He's still who he has always been. When Donald Trump lost the presidency, who did he blame it on? He didn't blame it on immigrants. He blamed it on blacks. He said that in these cities where blacks are the majority, that there was voter fraud, chiefly relative to the blacks voting, that gave genocide Joe Biden the lead. Are you listening to me? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
It was in these areas where Trump was winning earlier on in the evening. But as the vote tallies came in from the areas where blacks voted heavily, he lost in these particular areas. And so he blamed his loss on the blacks. Then the white man, moving on for the next, 4 years, starts disenfranchising black voters all over the country. And this is happening after all that history that I've narrated. Now listen, the brutality, the misery that we suffered for over 300 years. You say it was 290 years, or 200 and whatever years. You say it was from 1619 until 1865. No, it was from 1555 to 1865. We don't have to argue. After that, there was a brief period, right around 1 decade of Reconstruction. Are you listening to me? And it was during that period of Reconstruction that you saw the beginnings of the establishment of these HBCUs, there was a Freedmen's Bureau. And so the white man, through the Freedmen's Bureau, was looking for a way to deal with 4.5 million slaves who were now, quote unquote, free. Are you listening to me? When a people are free, there are certain rights. Come on. The Declaration of Independence talks about these rights.
Come on.
We hold these truths to be self-evident,
Right.
that all men are created equal
Come on. Yes.
and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, aka freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Come on.
So now slavery, which for centuries was a grotesque, I don't know what word to use, but a grotesque, for lack of a better term, manifestation of the hypocrisy of this nation. Here it is, centuries, you saying you hold these truths to be self-evident.
Come on.
Not only is it true, but it's obvious. It's self-evident. All men are created equal, but not these niggas. They're subhuman. They're unequal. They're inferior. But when finally, after you go to a war with one another, the costliest and bloodiest war you ever fought, and slavery is abolished, now these 4.5 million slaves, so they got rights now. Okay. So you have to find a way to educate them. You have to find a way to make a way for them. Okay. What followed the abolition of slavery? Talk back to me. The slave economy was not industrial. The slave economy was agrarian. SAT word. The slave economy was not industrial. The slave economy was agrarian. Was there an industrial revolution? Talk back to me. Was there an economic revolution in this country that slavery stood in the way of? Yes. And so a war was fought against those who wanted to keep that obstacle in the way of progress, and those that wanted to sweep it out of the way of progress. Are you listening to me? So slavery is abolished. There's a brief period of Reconstruction. Following that roughly 10 years of Reconstruction, you get 100 years of Jim Crow. Is anybody listening? You get 100 years of Jim Crow.
Yes, sir. Make it plain.
After several hundred years of chattel slavery.
Right. Make it plain.
If the white man had changed from the white man of slavery to becoming a new white man after the abolition of slavery, why was there then the establishment and maintenance of Jim Crow for 100 years?
Come on. Good question.
Because the white man who established Jim Crow was the same cracker who established chattel slavery.
See,
The white man hadn't changed.
that's right.
You celebrate the abolition of slavery as if Jim Crow didn't follow it. And then you wonder why I talk to you the way that I do. You got the abolition of slavery in 1865. By 1875, you got Jim Crow.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Right. See.
There's a book called 100 Years of Lynching. A period of lynching that staggers the imagination. How many black people were lynched per day during that 100-year period? It was so common. Was there a song? I don't know whether it was a song or a saying or whatever. I'm old, but not that old. Where we were spoken of as strange fruit of the trees in the South. Lynching was such a regular practice. Nina Simone, okay. This practice of lynching black people was so prevalent for a 100-year period that when the numbers are crunched, it staggers the imagination. How often a black man or woman was lynched in America. And this is a period where lynching is a mainstay of that period that follows the period of slavery. This was happening when we weren't slaves anymore. When the white man was supposed to have changed.
Right.
He set us free.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln freed us. But the white man treed us. After Lincoln freed us, the white man treed us. Right or wrong? Take a look now. These are the actual facts for the life of blacks after slavery. Not the pump sucker whitewash history you niggas want to put forward from your master. All right. For centuries, we slave labored for the white man. Then when slavery was abolished, it was followed by a century, if not near a century, of sharecropping for the white man. Talk back to me. You were sharecropping for the white man. You were still a mainstay of the white man's southern agrarian economy.
Come on, that's right.
Sharecroppers. Talk back to me. All right. There was a second civil rights movement during the time of Dr. King. A lot of you don't realize there was a civil rights movement that brought about civil rights legislation in the 1800s after slavery. Are y'all listening to me? That brought about what looked like a lot of progress for blacks. But the white man followed that with Jim Crow that put blacks right back in their place from the perspective of white people. The night riders started riding. The lynching, the burning, all of the oppression, the rise of the Klan, it was all designed, created to roll back all the progress of blacks due to the civil rights legislation of the 1800s following slavery. When the white man freed us, so-called, he had to amend his Constitution. 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment. In between them three amendments, you went from being the white man's nigger to being the white man's nigger. went from being the white man's slave to being a citizen of America. No, you went from being the white man's nigga, straight up, keeping it all the way 100. You went from being the white man's all the way a buck nigga to being the white man's nigga on the down low.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. We gonna make like it's all right. You still are niggas.
Right.
That's why we lynching you. That's why we burning you. That's why we raping you. That's why we robbing you. That's why we sharing you and cropping you.
Oh. Yes, sir.
But on paper, we freed you. On paper, you've made progress. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
On paper, you are no longer our slave, and we are no longer your master. But your name is still Ricky. Your name is still Jones, Smith, O'Reilly, Culpepper, whatever. You still wear the names that literally, not figuratively, this ain't Muslim stuff. You are still wearing the names that indicated you were the property of white people. You still wearing them names. I'm talking about right after abolition. Your names were not changed. The white man did not preside over a post-abolition period where your names remained the same accidentally. If the white man truly intended for you to no longer belong to him,
Right.
your names would have been changed. But the white man knew, I'm not talking no slick Muslim talk. The goddamn white man knew that by keeping you in his name, you were remaining his property. And the cracker knows it to this day. You don't know it with your hallelujah self. You don't know it with your damn thank you, Jesus. You don't know it. But as long as you Mike King and you ain't satisfied being the white man's nigga as Mike King, so you take a cracker from damn Germany, I believe, and you become Martin Luther. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Some of you niggas don't even know Martin Luther King's name wasn't Martin or Luther.
At all.
His name was Mike King. Mike. I want to be like Mike.
His daddy, too.
And his father.
Yes, sir.
His damn father named Mike, but you think he named his son? Mike. But wanting to be more of the white man's nigga.
Go ahead. See.
Wanting a name that would fit the life that he wanted to live. He didn't pick an African name.
Go ahead.
He didn't pick a Muslim name.
Go ahead.
He picked the name of some crackers that are worse than these. Martin Luther. And so you know him today, though he was born and raised Mike King, you know him today, Martin Luther King. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You don't know that one of the reasons Martin Luther King was such an avid integrationist is because before he got with Coretta Scott King while he was in college up top, he was in love with some white girl. Did you know that? See? Learn something new every day. He was in love with some white chick when he was in college, I believe in Massachusetts. When he was in college, he was actually in love. Nigga nose was open more than his African Ancestry had it open. Did you know that? In those days, if you wanted to get from New Jersey to New York, you didn't drive through no tunnel or over no bridge. You went through Martin Luther King's nose. The nose was open. Let that nigga sneeze, and it'd be a hurricane. This is how wide his nose was open for this white girl. I don't remember if the book I read by this cracker whose last name is Garrow, the same cracker that's in that documentary with that Washington tour guide nigga that made that documentary about Malcolm. Same cracker, David Garrow, I believe, he wrote a book called Bearing the Cross. It was a biography of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes, sir.
About 600 pages. I read it. It was a damn good book. The Nation of Islam is mentioned in the book. The Nation of Islam is mentioned in the book as something that Martin Luther King considered to be a problem due to the fact that blacks were attracted to the Nation of Islam due to the things Martin Luther King was fighting against, and how Martin Luther King was saying, listen,
yes, sir.
These Muslims are just soaking up niggas like a sponge because of how rough you doing black people. I need you white people to give us the integration. Love white people, seeking niggas. I need you to give us some victories so that the civil rights movement will look more attractive to black people than that Nation of Islam. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So a jackass like Umar Johnson gonna sit on a camera talking about the integrationists are the ones who actually got results for us. Dumb nigga don't realize the only reason the civil rights movement ever got you anything that you think is something, they never gave you nothing. You never got the rights of a free people. They gave you nothing. And you like these devils because they give you nothing.
Go ahead. See.
You don't realize that even the nothing they gave you, you never would have got it if there was not a militant black nationalist, radical black separatist, and revolutionary pan-Africanist movement saying, come on to us.
Right.
It is only to keep you away from us.
Right.
That the white man gives you civil rights.
Right.
And it is precisely because there is no large, strong, powerful black nationalist movement today that the white man is going to the civil rights movement and stripping it of everything he gave you.
That's right.
You no longer have an alternative. Talk back to me. See, good cop, bad cop. That's what the white man played with black history in the 1960s. Good cop, bad cop.
Right. Yes, sir.
Without the Nation of Islam being the bad cop on the white man, I charge the white man with being the greatest liar on earth. I charge the white man with being the greatest murderer on earth. I charge the white man with being the greatest whatever on earth. And he can't deny the charges because you are the proof of the charges. That's the bad cop. Bad cop charging the white man. So the white man had to come up with a good cop.
Right.
Love your enemies. We all God's children.
Right. Right.
Talk back to me. Without the bad cop, do you hear me, you Imam Wallace Dean Muhammad Nichols? Without the bad cop that y'all used to be, before you became the good cops that you are now, the human family. Now, the white man owes you nothing because there's no alternative that he doesn't want you. You are no longer, listen to me, the civil rights movement is no longer the lesser of two evils.
Make it plain. That's right. See.
The civil rights movement is the only evil now.
Right.
So we can just get rid of that evil.
Right.
Talk back to me. But when you have an even greater evil from the white man's perspective of a militant black nationalist, radical black separatist, and revolutionary pan-Africanist movement, we don't like either one of these. But the civil rights movement is the lesser evil.
Come on.
As opposed to them black nationalist niggas.
Right.
Are y'all listening to me?
Sir, make it plain.
So 100 years of lynching followed a brief period of reconstruction. And then you got another civil rights movement. Martin Luther King was the white man's answer to Malcolm X.
Come on. Teach on.
Talk back to me. The civil rights organizations were the answer to the Nation of Islam.
Teach.
Y'all niggas get in SNCC and CORE and,
Right.
you know,
ACLU.
what? Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC.
Yeah, SCLU.
Y'all niggas get in SCLC.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Y'all niggas get in SNCC. Y'all niggas get in CORE. Y'all niggas get into the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car, whatever.
Right.
Y'all niggas get into the Urban League.
Right.
Because see, ain't none of that threatening. Ain't none of them niggas calling us devils. Ain't none of them niggas taking martial arts and drilling and becoming military-minded niggas.
Come on. That's right. Yes, sir.
Ready to give their life at any time for the cause of truth. These are the sucker Negroes that we ain't scared of. These are the Negroes that love us and want to be like us.
Right.
But them bad nigger Muslims, ain't that what they wrote that letter to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Yes, sir.
No, actually it was the head of the Ku Klux Klan writing a letter to the mayor of New York.